Welcome to another series in... what's it called again? Hello, and welcome to another video in Gamers of War, Master of None. While we wait for this game to load, this is another game in our Discount Gamer series, where we try and find out whether any of the discount games on Steam are any good. And today, we are playing Need for Speed Heat. We'll see how it goes, shall we? I also don't know whether this is recording all of the sound and video, so let's hopefully hope that it is. It's showing that it is on the OBS.
Nope.
So I'm playing on the wheel. I know there's not a cockpit mode from what I can tell, but we'll see whether using the wheel is any good. If not, we'll swap over to a controller. Obviously, this is a Need for Speed game and not a racing simulator, but we'll use the rig because we have it, so why not? Oh no. Oh no, where's the pause button? Pause. There we go. I'm gonna take this keyboard away from you. That was fun. Let's restart that one, shall we?
He doesn't know.
3 days later.
I didn't realize when I was first playing for the first 2 hours, I only had the upper quarter because of how OBS decides to only capture that. So, this video is going to be a mismatch of footage, voiceovers, and hopefully it all makes sense, but I'll still give you my first impressions of the game. This game is set in a city called Palm City, which is essentially Miami in real life. We have sanctioned day races and then illegal night races. I started off with a Nissan 180 SX Type X from 1996, and in the first 2 hours I've already customized and upgraded my car a little bit. So this is something I didn't manage to show you last time, which was how I customized my car. Mostly just looks more than anything else. Obviously this is still slow because it is what it is. Day races mostly give you money, and the roads are closed because they're sanctioned events, which means there are no oncoming traffic to crash into. What normally happens in day racing for me is that I will take an early lead or get close to the lead and then crash into the barriers or something else, and then I drop to the back. And most of the time barely made it back to the top 3, which is slightly annoying for missions which you have to win. Speaking of crashing, because I don't have a gear stick, getting into reverse is sometimes a bit tricky. I want to go down all the gears and then use my accelerator to reverse, but the way that the game works is you press brake to reverse and accelerator to go forwards, which is not how automatic cars work in the real life, but it's a game.
First up, let's hit a basic drift. Remember, slam on the gas and steer.
You also have drift events going on in the daytime as well, and this is the tutorial for that drift event.
That's it.
Which to me is not intuitive at all, because that's not how you drift normally. To be fair, I don't know how people normally drift. Maybe I'll try the WRC game at some point.
I'm not liking your chances on this one. Try for longer next time.
With the drifting events, because it's not intuitive to me, I often struggle and have to do it a lot of times to get the multiplier and the score required. Apparently you can do some tuning with your sensitivity and drifting method, but it might be because I'm using the Fanatec wheel instead of a supported wheel. I'm not able to change that on the fly. Although I also can't find anywhere in the menu that I can change the drifting method. There are also racer challenges, which are split into day and night. So you can earn rep during the day and money during the night, kind of as a supplement. If you manage to do all the races through the day-night cycle, you actually over-level your car, and the first couple of hours become really easy. So, is it? night races are unsanctioned events. They are in fact illegal. So the police will come at you at night, but not during the day. You get rep during the night, and you need rep to level up your cars. So it's kind of a cycle. You need both the day race to gain money and then the night race to gain rep so you can upgrade. So you have to do both all the time. Nice to took myself off. With night races, what normally happens is that I would take an early lead or get close to the lead, and then at the last 15% I would crash. I had it in the bag and then just threw it away like always. So similar to day races, I'm just not very good at finishing the race at the top. With night racing, there is also a league, obviously the people at the top calling the shots, and you have crews to try and take that spot up. So you'll also be engaged in crew battles, either one-on-ones or a crew versus crew. Essentially, you're still trying to finish first no matter what. Obviously, as they set the route and you don't know the city, sometimes you're in for a nasty surprise. How? What just happened? As you progress through the levels, you unlock cars and upgrades. New cars unlocked on this big type R.
Looks like you could buy some fancy new parts now.
R7. With the deluxe edition, you do get some free cars to start off with, although I didn't use them. You can customize the look of the car as well, and that will have no performance impact on your car at all. From your splitter to your front bumper to the headlights, wheels, brakes, fenders, spoilers, window tint, mirrors, whatever you can think of, they have a thing for you to customize. One complaint that I have here is that you can't get things as a set. For example, if I want to change the wheels, I have to go to each individual wheel and then remember which one I picked last time for the previous wheel so that I can pick the same set. It'll be easier if I can just pick an entire set and then change everything for the entire car. I'm not sure many people like having mismatched wheels or mismatched brake colors or wheel types, but it can be just something that helps out instead of trying to remember what I chose. Now, with upgrading the performance, there is a little bit of a caveat, and that is by changing the parts on your car, you are going to affect how your car is going to handle and perform. So you have essentially 4 categories: race, road, drift, and off-road. Now, I started off with quite a happy Nissan 180 SX, which is quite balanced, a bit towards the roadside. But the philosophy I was going for was mostly just to go for parts which give me the most level, power, speed, whatever higher stats that give me, and without looking at the handling. And that gave me real issues when the race becomes a little bit more difficult and I don't have full control of the car. Well, you get the idea. But if you downgrade your components, then you are not going to match the level required. So that puts you in a double whammy. You just have to grind the money again to try and get to where you need to be. As I mentioned before, the police will come after you if you have some heat level on. So either that's during a race or you finish a race, they will chase you until you either run away from them,
get out there and find that damn car,
or you get busted by them and they take all of your money. You can also bribe the cops before they start chasing you. But if you don't have enough money or don't want to pay up, then tough luck.
No.
And they are relentless as trying to chase you. It is a bit annoying, especially if you take out a car that you have recently just got but haven't upgraded to the max yet because you don't have any money and you're just trying out a car in a night race. I suggest you don't, because Hop's level and speed are programmed to the highest car or level that you have or should have at the level that you are at. So if you have a lower level car because of the events you're doing, but you're being chased by the cops after the event, you just get busted and lose all your money. And you have to grind all that money over again. As demonstrated by this Lotus I'm driving being chased by the cops, and because it is a lower level than my Nissan S6, I am just being hammered by them and I can't get away. Also, not knowing the map point doesn't help either.
What did that car ever do to you, huh?
I do kind of wish they have a bank feature so you can put your money in a bank and then the police can't take it. That might be a bit too sophisticated for a Need for Speed game.
I know that. I was trying.
Driving around the city, there are also mini events as well, such as trying to beat the speed at the speed trap, or doing long jumps to unlock cars, or jumping through billboards to break them, and collecting symbols to unlock cars, which for some reason I can't find any footage of, as well as time trials, which can take you to ridiculous places, like doing a time trial on a monorail line. Although I didn't manage to capture the entire footage, because my memory was full.
Only in Need for Speed. Well, I guess in GTA as well.
Interestingly, some of the missions around taking down cops at night, you don't have to do it yourself. It just has to happen either in the race or around you. I'm not sure which one's which. Anyway, you can also do drift zones where you essentially drift through the gates on the road and you just try and get as high as possible on the score that you get. I just hate drifting in this game.
Right, I am done with this game. I think I've done, what, maybe 5-6 hours of this game? And it was fun to start off with, but I got bored. I think half of it is the different driving styles of different cars, and if you need multiple different cars, different styles for each of the different events, which means you have to grind for cars, for parts, and all of that stuff. I'm normally a fan of racing games. I even have this rig, but I'm more used to the circuit style racing, GT racing, F1, that kind of stuff. So this kind of arcade-ish racing games, it's fun once in a while. I wouldn't put too much time into it, personally, anyway. So that's it for Discount Gamers. Game 2, Need for Speed Heat. The final verdict is DNF. I got bored. If you like arcade racing games and just want something dumb to play, and you like the old Fast and Furious kind of stuff, this is a game for you. That's it for today, and I'll see you on the next video on Gamers of 4, Master of None. Bye! That was terrifying.